City. Anyways, welcome in to the National Netplay League. As we get things kicked off here, you're gonna have P Lovely up to bat first. The DK gonna push it all the way into center field. So you're gonna notice a couple things. Obviously, I have a lot of textures updated. Some of these characters are gonna look like my characters because I made some designs for some of them I was designing them for my squad, so if you see a little bit of alterations, well, that's okay. I'm loaning these characters in the meantime. But that's going to be a great hit there. And P Lovely going with a little bit more firepower than we're used to, usually getting like either the double Yoshi or something like that. But we got the red peon to the pink menace. Going to swing out there. Unfortunate outcome there, and certainly not how you want to start your season if you're the Nordiques. The Chikn troop, on the other hand, going to have their opportunity here. First interleague matchup of the season, I believe. That one's going to be crushed to the wall, but at least we're not going to have to worry about it going all the way over there. Is that NNL lava? No. That is... I'm going to be real honest. This stadium was my... the one I did for Slice, but then I personalized it for my colored channels a long time ago. But we'll go with that. It's NNL Lava. We'll go with that. That'll be turn 2 potentially. One of 3 Warios that we're going to be facing here. Not sure how to feel about this core. We've seen it time and time again, and sometimes it feels like it works out, and other times not so much. But Wario can hit it right up the middle. You're going to have a third Wario. Wario number 3 has been the key to victory for the Chikn troop from the games that I've seen. We're going to see how he can strike here. Tends to get the perfects. Unfortunately, earlier today has dropped the game. Not on the offensive end, but the defense just could not hold up in that game 1 against the Jets. As we see the swing and miss. P-Love gonna get the chase on the outside, and the star is burned as well. A great pitch there, and great strat, honestly, getting prepared for that. But we're gonna gain the star back, and Black Shy Guy gonna start the scoring affair. Is that a 3 Wario 3 Shy Guy team on the stream? Yes, it is. We have newcomer to the league, but not new to the scene, Brian, aka Chillin' Chickens, pioneering the Chikn troop as their first outing here in Interleague. They're going to get the 1-run lead here. They are 0-2 in the season so far, dropping their first series to the Jets. Wario not going to be able to make the play there, and Yoshi going to have to settle at first, but a good lead off there for the Nordiques, trying to respond here as best they can. You got Toadsworth, a well-known namesake for the Nordiques, as that one's gonna be hit into the gap. Red Para is out there, and the dive is gonna be caught anyways. A little bit of a blunder. I think the earthquake out there from the Thwomps causing a little bit of uneasy footing there for Red Para, but still able to come up with it regardless, as we got 1-1 the count. Daisy up to bat. You got Red Shy Guy up next. This is gonna be a battle of the Shy Guys as Black Shy Guy gets in position. Yoshi still on first. Want to try to advance that runner at least to second, or even bring in a run. Might see a star swing here. No, just going for a nice slap. It'll end the inning there. So after the quick leadoff, just not much offense there for the Nordiques. It's still going to be a 1-0 ball game here. The Chikn troop with a chance to respond here. Daisy not going to be able to make the play. And it's going to be something to make a note of both these defenses here. You know, some would say that both of these teams are a little more offensively oriented, but make no mistake, some of the defense here could be a little lackluster, as some typical plays you might see from other seasoned vets in those positions would be made, may not be made here in your standard NNL gameplays. That one's jammed really inside. So Diddy gonna get the quick out. And another thing to note as we introduce season 8 of the NNL, no drop spots, so you don't have to worry about that. You're not gonna have to worry about making the correct plays if it lands right in there. But unfortunately there, we're gonna have an issue there, as Pink Menace Getting a beautiful play there. Beautiful, beautiful play. Ends it. Seasoned. Yep, we got some seasoned vets. You already know. There's a lot of puns you can make with the 4 seasons. Trust me, I started making a whole list of puns that you can make. I should probably update that so that when it's not my team playing, that says NNL in there instead of 4 seasons. But whatever, it's okay. Also, Nooch, I really like modded this to be high textures, like high quality resolution. I'm sure a lot of it looks really sharp in some ways, and I'm not done, but like, I'm pleased. I had to like redo a lot of it. I really enhanced some of it, so some of it looks a little too sharp, but it's like good. DK crushing that one. We're gonna have at least, oh wow, we didn't send our runner. I get a little bit of hesitation there. I don't think it would have been caught with the super jump, maybe with a wall jump, but not gonna have to worry though. You have 2 on here, looking for a slap. I think we're trying to slap here. Oh, that's a beauty. That's actually exactly where you'd want to hit it. We're sending home. DK's going to get out. That's going to be a risky send there. Should have left him at third. Unfortunately, going to get gunned from Red Pair in right field. But hey, if you are the Nordiques, you got to run on the board. You've ended up tying it. And you have the Pink Menace with a shot for 2 more. That'll be good, though. Going to line it back up. We're going to get there safely. Just beat out the throw. Yoshi captain up to bat. Might see a star invested here. We already see the trigger being held down from P. Lovely as the Chikn troop, GSG, trying to avoid that sourish contact. There it is. And it's going to be caught by the pitcher, GSG, coming up with a beautiful play there. Going to end that inning there for the Nordiques, but still get the job done, managing to tie it here 1-1 going to the bottom of the 3rd. Fun fact, I still need to fix the word bottom over there, but Wario going to send it off the Thwomp Diddy in position. Going to try to bounce around and make the play, and does so for a double. Wario settling in. Wario 3, the damage dealer. Got struck out last time, if I'm not mistaken. That was a great pitch there. The Nordiques have always been known as a defensive-oriented team. But the offense, sometimes not there. That's what they're trying to bolster. Yoshi in position, and a great play at that. We loved to see it. Is Boo on the bump? I don't know if we've ever seen the Nordiques rock the Boo. This is going to be a super jump in the making. It's going to be high. We don't have pair in position, and it's going to be another double. So the only scorer in this game is going to be Black Shy Guy, contributing a couple runs here. So nice outing from the fella. We love to see that. GSG, the pitcher. We got a little bit of a pitcher v pitcher here moment. Gonna see which one of them can come out on top. So that one's going to be sent to the wall. Another run is going to cross through. Oh, no, we held. Interesting choice. I guess we want the double chem for Red Shy Guy. I would have been certain we could have sent home. I feel confident in saying that we would have been able to make it. 1-2 the count here. Red Shy Guy can't get jammed. Looking for that outside pitch. I mean, you got the chemistry here for the big fella. That's high and deep. Diddy is in position, but you need to go a little right. And it's going to be a run crossing the plate. So 2 more coming through for the Chikn troop. We have 3 runs off the back of 3 Shy Guys. And you love to see it. Honestly, not often that you see the triple Shy Guy paying off, but it's been all Shy Guys in this one. But the Nordiques now giving up 2 after scoring 1 themselves. Going to try to bounce back here. You got Toadsworth with a star chance as well, but it's going to go to Wario for out 1. Something else I was going to mention is once I actually finalize making this modern texture pack, I was going to release it. I was going to have a personalized one, but then I might release just like a generic base one, so other people could enjoy having like a fully modern take on the game. That's going to land though, and we're going to catch on fire. We're sending Daisy to 3rd. What a hit from Red Shy Guy, putting Red Koopa Troopa in danger, or Paratroopa rather, as the second one in this series. We got both of them making a representation here. Is going to launch that one. It's going to be off the wall. Why are we not sending? Playing a little safe here. And we're going to settle there. First and second. No need to get aggressive at that point. The ball has landed. And Red Para. A lot of the minor characters in this one making the offensive efforts here. We're going to throw to second, and Wario's going to barely make it. Wario really had to leg it out there to make sure that the throw was in time. Fortunately, gonna work out for the team. That's gonna be high and deep. That's gonna be out of here. No, the thwomp. I know sometimes we have a little bit of the confusion there in left field, but it seems as of late, depending like how sour you're hitting it, that thing is gonna end up being recognized by the thwomps. I don't know if we've enhanced it. I know we're in the year 2025, so that's gonna not be a double play. I was going to say we could turn too, but we have a lot of, advancements in technology, AI, and all this stuff. So maybe the thwomps have gotten their hands on it and be able to improve their tracking. Diddy's going to have to fetch for this one off the wall and instead jumps onto the wall. And it's going to be 2-4 here for the Chikn troop. Wario going to have to be a big difference maker here. Already taken, it's a third of the team and pretty much making 33% of the salary here, maybe a little more. But you got the triple Wario, double chem here. Wario's sending that one, and it's still crazy how even with double chemistry, that Wario is still at the warning track. Oh, but the Chikn troop is going to persevere. I know they have Gruff Rooster Crow in the sidelines. We already know how his earlier statements of the game were, and we don't want to see his team fumbling the bag again. That'll be high and deep. It's going to find the gap. And Black Shy Guy is got to be an MVP candidate so far in this season. I know, at least in this game, he's definitely the MVP. But my goodness, he's 3 for 3. He's brought in 5 runs of the 8 that they've scored. What a play. And Daisy going to make an early entrance into this one. Remember, NNL rules is depending if you pitch game 1, you cannot pitch game 2. That'll be soured. We got Diddy Kong able to field that. I just realized how many of my characters on my team are in this series. It's kind of funny. I'm like, wow, I have so many people in my uniform. The Pink Menace with a nice dive. Gonna stop it there, but the Black Shy Guy feeling right at home for the crowd. Making an appearance here. I believe it's the, maybe getting over that first series, realizing someone has to step up. And what better time to do it than now? 1-2 the count, though, to DK. Gonna swing and miss. And the star chance going over to the Chikn troop. That's gonna land. Black Shy Guy out there. I know he's been all offense, but trying to see if he can convert on the defense as well. Certainly wants to have a moment or two, if possible, as Red Para is going to field that one, make a nice play on it. 4 out, number 2. We don't want to leave. Oh my goodness. Yes, we are going to leave the park. I was going to say we don't want to leave Boo on, but Yoshi going to crush that one. Cut the lead to just 4 now. What a hit from the captain there. You got Toadsworth up. What a great tech. And that's the thing, right? The Nordiques, no strangers to the game of Mario Baseball, have years of experience in the NNL and certainly don't want to sleep on them. But Daisy gonna have a chance here. Had that one lined up, just didn't let go. That one crushed but foul. The good thing here is if you are the Nordiques and you're hitting into this, I guess actually just on both sides, neither of these teams have a wall jump. They're both just super jumps at that. So that's certainly something you can be appreciative of, is that if you can get a good hit, odds are it is not being caught, at least not off the wall. We'll see how that pans out here, though. King Boo, again, sour. That is so inside, though. And it's going to be off the wall. It's going to be Diddy missing twice. So nice. But KB's been productive. I mean, no home runs, but there's nothing wrong with just getting on base, but it certainly feels bad to an extent. You know, you're using your stars, you're trying to hit it out of the park, especially a park that is literally tailored to you as the honorary captain. And if you're only just getting on and not converting runs, it feels a little bad. But we'll see how they end up faring. That'll be 1 there. We might see the throw. Yes, it'll be 2. Nice double play there. Just a routine catch. PM recognizing what needed to be done. Red Shy Guy up to bat. Great slap, but Wario is there. And you got this, like, fully chemmed infield. You got triple Wario. Or actually, you might have double. I think the other Wario's in left field. I don't know who's in left field. It is Wario in left field. So you got the middle infield of Wario's, Boos on the corners. What more could you want? That's going to be soured, though. Got to send back the Fireball. Not going to be there. There's a little bit of a risky jump at that angle, but ended up working out. I wasn't sure if it'd be caught. That is crushed. Great lineup. It might be cracking through. Not quite. Man, sometimes those credit cards just don't get approved. And sometimes you just need to try again. You got Boo up. We're looking for a slap again. I wonder what P-Love has in store with the slaps, because we see it so often, time and time again. Just going for the slap there. Not going to work out again this time. But with an opportunity in the 7th, the Chikn Troop going to try to add on a few more here. We got the star chance. Wario up to bat. Going to be a quick out, though. I'm sorry if you're my nephew. And Wario getting plunked. Not even going to risk it. Rather pitch to Black Shy Guy, who's 3 for 3 with 5 RBIs. I don't know if I agree with this decision, but it's going to get through again. I mean, Black Shy Guy 4 for 4. Not going to score a run for the first time, but still going to contribute to the offense as we cycle through. GSG going to be up to bat now. Got a little bit of chemistry. Yoshi out there, Red Para. That was a little scary there, as there was a little indecision out there in the outfield. I know it's the opening game for the Nordiques as they try to figure out who wants to go where. Yoshi not going to be able to make the play. It's just off the the wall, rather. And we're going to see 2 turn through for the Red Shy Guy double. So 2 RBI double, 6-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Remember, folks, this is only a 7-inning game. As Daisy is going to try to do the relieving duties and try to give her team a chance here as they go to the top of the 7th. That'll be a strike and a strikeout at that. So the Nordiques, with their backs against the wall here, PM going to lead off. Down 6. Going to get plunked. Honestly, I don't know if I agree with that decision, at least from GSG. We're going to see the egg go through, and it's going to not beat out. Oh my gosh, he beat out the throw. I was going to say he's not going to beat it out because it's too close, but Yoshi's got so much speed. And I don't know if we're trying to save the star or what we're doing. I personally star here, but we're not going to see it. Toadsworth going to be starstruck as he stares off into the night sky for his potential last at-bat there. Daisy trying to extend this game. Wario going to be in position, trying to get the out. Gets it in left field. And Red Shy Guy. I know we've been saying the Shy Guys have had their name all over this game. And we see the star burnt. The final star. That's going to be popped up. Red Para in position. And is going to get the out. So that's going to be game 1 there. Going the way of the Chikn Troop, getting their first win of the season. Now 1-2. On the other side, the Nordiques hoping to turn it around. Not having the best season last season. I believe ended up going 2-16 or something like that. So they certainly want to bounce back here. Hoping that, you know, with a new squad, they can get some new looks and new tricks. But got to be able to convert at the end of the day. Let the Nordiques fall in this one, down 6. And the thing is, you know, you look at the hits. It's only a 3-hit difference, but the score being 6. You know, you got to get those runs to cross the plate at the end of the day. I hope you enjoy it. You got a sneak peek before the actual home team gets to show up. It's a beautiful stadium. We love to see it. But Toadsworth gonna take the bump here. KB gonna hit it deep. I mean, here's the benefit of having, you know, a Mario Stadium here. It's such a deep center field that if KB does something like that, it's gonna ultimately not matter. As Boo gonna have an opportunity to respond here. As Toadsworth is just such a good pitcher in the right hands, and the Nordiques certainly are capable with that. Toadsworth already down on the 2 Boos, trying to see if they could get through this. The star chance on the line. And again, one of the beautiful things about this NNL is you're not going to see repeat pitchers, at least for a double header. So no repeats allowed. Not going to see that Boo or that Daisy, but we're going to see a walk there to Toadsworth. Not what you want there if you're the Nordiques, you know, getting out 2 outs real quick, but Wario going to hit it right to center field. Yoshi is there and gets the out, and welcome in on. I hope you're doing well. I'm not playing, I'm just casting this one, but I hope you're having a good night. Welcome into some Mario baseball action of the NNL, and the, oh my goodness, the Nordiques starting things off hot at home. And a fist pump in the air is DK rocking the 4-season glove, but representing the lovely Nordiques there. Settling in nicely, and the Nordiques going to take the lead for the first time today, and you got to feel good in front of your home crowd. But you go for the slap, and ultimately is going to end up being a strikeout. PM, got to be patient here. You have 5 stars to work with. That could have been 1, but you got to pull the trigger too. You got to swing early. We saw what PM did for the Greasers in their series. And we got to see what PM can do here. Has been quiet so far. That is crushed. Wow, even then it might have enough. But the only reason it's not is because we had that super jump out there in right field. So Red Para able to come up with it. Gonna see the egg bounce, and it's gonna be a beautiful one. Red Shy Guy gonna have to field it. We're not gonna have any chemistry now at first base now that Boo's pitching. That'll be up the middle. So we got first and second. The Nordiques still looking to add on a few more. They have the opportunity. Daisy charging. She takes that one on the outside. Daisy's been quiet also in this one. In game 1. Game 2, hopefully she can see it through. 2-1 the count. That's a great hit, and we're going to have the bases loaded. Daisy gets on, and up next, you have Red Shy Guy. Again, these Shy Guys were the difference maker in game 1. We're going to see if we see a star swing coming through. Just need some good contact here. Get that nice part of the bat. Oh, we're going for a slap. That's a good slap. Going to fight it off. Nicely done there. Investing a star to make sure things don't get too out of hand. And we're just going to end up, you know, souring it on the inside. It's just going to be the 1 run, but it's a good sign if you're the Nordiques. Though it is what we said after the assessment of game number 1, is you do get a good number of hits, but you got to convert on the runs. Mario is going to chase there, so 0-2 the count. The charge there from the Swerth. That is pushed. Diddy is in position. Not going to see the dive in time, though. And we're going to see a little bit of tomfoolery there. Diddy jumping off the wall to be able to make that play. And Red Shy Guy says the bank is open as we burn 1 star. 4 more to go. That's 2 stars burnt. And the thing to note is, you know, you only have so many stars in this game. That's high and deep, but Diddy is in position. Getting out number 1 of this inning after the leadoff from Wario. Green Shy Guy gonna hit a perfect shot. The Chikn Troop. If it isn't red, if it isn't black, they've got the green light on all of them as GSG is gonna hit that bomb into right field, take the lead, and give them a 1-run lead now. As Black Shy Guy, the offensive carry last game, they put him into a new spot in the lineup. I don't know if you all noticed that. We had before Black Shy Guy leading off the 3. Now Black Shy Guy is the 3rd one. I wonder if that's going to be a key difference maker. But GSG settling into that 2 spot between all of the Shy Guys. It's 1-2 the count now. Toadsworth wants to get out of... Oh, that could have been a very dangerous pitch on the inside. Wants to get out of this. Don't want to bring up King Boo if possible, but a great pitch there. Doesn't even swing at it, but you get the job done if you're the Chikn troop. You got Gruff Rooster Crow on the sidelines, pleased with that performance. Wario with a fantastic dive. Gonna turn 2, no chemistry required. As Diddy gonna go for the charge here. A nice slap instead, and it's gonna land, and it's gonna be chem bobbled. But fortunately, not gonna matter too much. Not gonna be a run converting off of that. Charge here from DK. Started things off here well. Might try to regain the lead here for the Nordiques. That is crushed, but it is gonna be pushed. Black Shy Guy's out there and able to recover that. 4 out, number 2. A nice chem throw, though. So that's something to keep in mind as well. You're going to have the chem from the outfield to your first baseman there. That'll be in the gap. Are we going to see a play from Wario? Yes, we are. A fantastic dive stretching out there onto the grass. Able to recover it. And going to keep the lead there. King Boo going to get jammed. Not going to matter, though. That is long gone. Another home run, the first of King Boo in these 2 games, I believe. But another home run for the Chikn troop. The star chance returning potentially. Could get that return on investment and some. And you are. Boo going to get on that single. And we're going to see the Wario train piling up here as we got Wario number 1. Up to bat. Got a single chem there. A swing and a miss. A wild swing and a miss. If we're not pitching carefully, we could hit this Wario. Wario's been hit in the previous series. We've seen a couple people get hit already. And we burn the star. That's 1 star burn. And if I'm not mistaken, only the last Wario counts as the captain. So, depending on... oh, boy. That's going to be a double play. That is a risky send. You have to recognize that, you know, Yoshi has the speed and the range. And Yoshi getting there, even with the bobble... Still able to recover. So fortunately, going to work out there. And that was just a late swing. Not able to get that around in time. The Pink Menace. Going to be up to bat. Crushes it. It's going to be gone. Red Para is not going to be able to do nothing about that one. As he waves his hands in the air like he just don't care. Down 1 now. The home team feeling a little more comfortable. Yoshi, captain up. You have a star. Single 1. It's a ball on the inside. The star chance as well could be good. That's going to be really good contact. And Wario bobbles it. And it would have been out if we caught it. Just going to say that. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because the lack of drop spot made it seem like it wouldn't have been anything. But now we got first and second. The Nordiques are feeling the offense. They're looking good. Daisy with an opportunity here. Gonna swing and miss there for strike number 1. That is crushed. It's in the gap, and I think it's good. Yeah, we have to be sending there next time, and we're not throwing. We have Daisy off of first. Yeah, just a little bit of base running awareness. We're playing very safe, but almost too much to the point that we're going to get our runners caught. But Red Shy Guy's got a star, and you've got to believe that you're going to see that burn here. 2-1 the count. Want to pop this one up. At least try and tie the game, and that is crushed. Black Shy Guy going to be able to field that one, but Yoshi going to get there even with the chem. GSG just not able to get the ball fast enough. And we have a tie ball game here. Only 1 out, 2 on. And we try to go for a cheeky lean there. 3-3 the count here in the bottom of the 3rd. That's going to get through, and you're going to have Diddy Kong up to bat. DK lurking on deck. And the Nordiques. And a pleasant surprise here. The offense really popping up, showing off in Season 8. 3-0 the count. Got to expect a pitch here as we swing and miss. Ooh, that was the one. That was the one you were looking for at last at bat. That's crushed, and it's getting through, and we're sending 2. Para's going to stop at 3rd. Daisy's going to make it safe, and the Nordiques reclaim the lead and add some. Diddy popping off. You got DK up to bat. Could have a tired Boo after this one. So we see the charge settling on the outside there. That is crushed in the gap, but we're going to see a tag up. Not going to matter because there's no chem. Oh, we don't send though. Okay, maybe it was a wise decision. I would have liked to have seen it. We like to see some action at home plate, but Boo just going for the slap once again. Oh, and we get the inside pitch there, but the Nordiques scoring 4. Looking good here at home so far. Top of the 4th. The vet Sworth. Gonna try to hold it down. Try to keep that lead. 1-1 the count. Beautiful pitch on the outside. That is going to be Garlic, but we have Yoshi out there. Probably the best person you could have. And doesn't even need to use the tongue catch. Just stands out there able to recover. And that's going to be a star burnt. For not much gain. I mean, if you're able to pull it, maybe get it towards Para, then, you know, you're in a much better position. But Yoshi being the one to receive that, not going to work out. That's where it's been dealing, though. Boo, though, going to make the play. And another scoreless inning. That's 2 so far for the Chikn troop. No star this time, but that does not matter. We're going to see that one go over the wall. Pink Menace going to go 2 home runs in this game. 2 for 3 now. A couple solo shots for the big fella. But just what you want. One more run will get Boo out of this game. Oof, and you had it almost lined up. Just not quite enough. Nice 3-pitch strikeout there, though. Beautifully done. Toadsworth could have gotten the lean there. Not opting to, though. 1-1 the count. Now 1-2. Boo. Trying to see what he can do. Gets another strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts. Daisy had a couple singles so far in this one. Gonna lose out on the star chance as well. But I mean, realistically, who is like the star chance affecting? Because like, I mean, I guess, I don't know. The Nordiques need the stars more. I don't really feel like the Chikn troop needs it. I mean, you could use it for your Shy Guys and your Warios and King Boo, I guess. But it's not going to matter here as one is going to be burnt. Yoshi out there. Quick out number 1 gets the star and another chance at 2. We see the swing and miss there from Red Para. Wide on that one. 0-2 the count. KB lurking, and you win the star, more importantly. Don't want to give someone up on base for King Boo. That's going to be not the best of contact, though, so it's just going to be a deep single. Yeah, unless you really want to commit for 2. So you got a single out of that. Not really what you want from your King Boo. Swing and a miss there. 1-1 the count. That is crushed. That is gone. See you later, baseball. We have a 1-run game now. Boo making up for what KB couldn't do. As we arrive here in the top of the 5th, 5-6. Wario with a star chance as well. That is in the gap, though. So that is going to end the inning. Diddy just needs to make sure he's under it. Does do so. But the Chikn troop cutting the lead down to 1. If you're the Nordiques, you need to keep adding on. Gonna burn 1 there. Oof, and you get jammed. Not exactly what you wanted. Red Para up to bat. If you can at least get either Red Para or Diddy on, you feel good having DK up and then either Boo or the Pink Menace up. Neither of them. I'm going to get that to land. One the count. Oof. Beautiful pitch there. That's an even better slap, though. I mean, that's just textbook from Diddy Kong right there. I mean, he's a pitcher by nature, so he certainly knows how to look for his pitch. DK, on the other hand, gonna try to launch this one. If you could get this Boo out of the game, you will feel good. 2-0 the count. That was the one, just a little too inside there. Again, Just a little inside, safeguarding it. And we're going to strike out. 3 big swings and 3 big misses. Wario, though, not down and out, but the Chikn troop still's got a little bit of work to do. Down 1, and sometimes 1 can seem like nothing, and 1 can seem like the end of the world at the end of the game. All you need to do is win by 1. And you got the jam there. DK in position for out number 1. Crushed. Butt ball. Mario really trying to put that one over the fence. You can see how hard he's swinging. He's literally losing his balance there. Putting all of his weight into his left foot. And Toadsworth, a nice charge up. Gonna work out for the second strikeout. That's gonna be high and deep. Will Red Para make the play? Yes! Beautiful. Beautiful play. So bottom of the 6th here. The Nordiques gonna almost get a good slap. That was so good. That's gonna go foul. 1-2 the count here. Boo v boo. Full count from 0-2. Beautiful hit, but Black Shy Guy is out there. Able to get that first out. The star gonna be 1 over, but if the Pink Menace can get on, oh man, that'll be Boo's night. But you need to settle here. Not get too ahead of yourself. Here we go. Might see a 3-2 count again. Oh, but we're gonna swing. And the Pink Menace is down for the count. Yoshi up to bat. You have the star swing available. 1-1 the count. Don't want to get too good of contact, obviously, if you are that Yoshi captain. As we have the 3-1 here. That's going to be a nice hit. Again, that's the too hard of contact that we were talking about. It was hit too well. And that's one of those things when you're playing with that Yoshi captain, sometimes it's nice to like mix it up a little bit. Sometimes you want to opt for the charge because, you know, they're trying to hit to nicer, they're trying to pitch to nicer contact if they know that you're going for that. Yoshi not going to be able to get that though. So we're going to see a deep single turn 2 as Green Shy Guy going to extend there. I wonder if Yoshi could have gotten it if he had the initial get up from the jump. We're going to see a star burnt there. Black Shy Guy not able to convert that one. Swing and a miss there. As we have the Chem. And the star is going to burn. So Chem doesn't matter during the stars, but it also doesn't matter if you strike out anyways. That was a very inside pitch. It's 0-2 the count. That's going to be... oh boy. I don't know what we're trying to do. Oh my gosh, we're in a little bit of a pickle and we're going to get a double play. The Chikn troop. Oh my gosh, that was the last inning too. The Chikn troop. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, the Nordiques are going to walk it off in a double play fashion, unlike something I expected or wanted to see. That was not how I expected that game to end. But the Nordiques are going to take that game at home. Huge plays at the end. Again, that's what we said. You should not have done that, you know.